Hello. I'm Matthew Hull, and I'm at the party with you somewhere. I'm at the San Francisco one, not the one in Perth. A long time ago, I got a call from a friend of mine who said, I'm getting married in Australia. A guy called Chris Cuthbert. You better show up. And when I showed up, I met this bunch. Ooh, hang on, let me move that so you can see. The guy on the right is called Craig Haskins. He used to work with Chris, and he told me that he'd taken in the girl on the left as a charity case because she came from a dangerous and broken home, and she spent most of her time hanging around car racing tracks and gambling and behaving generally badly. And they were going to see if PricewaterhouseCoopers could fix her. And I asked her what her name was, and she said, my name is Katie. Well, she actually did pretty well. She cleaned up quite nicely over the course. She went to the wedding. She looked rather glamorous. And at one point, it's like she's actually trying to punch me in the face here, but I'm sure she was being sweeter than that. So I met Katie at the wedding. We had a great time. We went and hung out, got drunk and enjoyed ourselves, did all the fun Australian things. And in fact, she was a very nice young lady. Dorothy, I was just kidding about the broken home. You know, she had a lovely daughter there. Anyway, very sadly, well, she doesn't look very sad in this. She looks like she's desperately trying to get away from me. I had to leave Australia a few weeks later, and I thought I would never see her again. But then there's the second chapter. My same friend, Chris Cuthbert, sent me an email about 5-6 years later, and the email's title was Single White Female, SWF, looking for ? Anyway, so it turns out that Catherine arrived in San Francisco, and I was the only person she knew. Poor her. Sorry, Katie. Anyway, so what did I do? Well, I took her to a party. The first party was with this guy called Tony Seba. What does she think of Tony? Well, not much, obviously. But Katie had a great time at the party, and she became a good friend of mine. Took her to a few other parties. Here's one that she attended. You can see her there in the blue dress, attending Slobopalooza, which was a 3-day birthday party I had in 1998. She enjoyed herself a lot there, so much so because she was paying a lot of attention to me. Actually, no, she's paying, looking away. But nonetheless, we became really good friends and hit it off. And that whole charity case thing was a joke. She became a really big star at PwC. So much so that one day we went to Vegas. I thought we were going to Vegas. And in fact, she dragged me down this hike. This is quite a hike. In the middle of this hike down the Narrows Canyon, she actually tried to drown me. You can see it on the right. She's pushing my head underwater. But I survived. We're still friends. It was all lovely. We've been having a great time ever since. A few more parties. Here's Katie and a big group of our friends at our party at my house. And pretty much, I also remember her birthday from 10 years ago, which was a fantastic gourmet meal up in Tahoe. It was going super well. Here's just a photo of Katie looking lovely and beautiful. And then at one point, I'm looking around and there was a terrible smell coming in front of the table. Turns out we brought our dog, Charlie, Amanda and I, and he hadn't quite managed to keep it. So hopefully that won't happen at this party. Nonetheless, soon after that, she rang me up and said, hey, I just bought a house. And she did. She bought a lovely house on Pixley Street. Many great evenings with Catherine there. Really enjoyed meeting all of her friends. And by that time, she's a fixture on the San Francisco social scene, enjoying herself in Cow Hollow. And somewhere a little bit later than that, she said to me, you know, I've met an Iraqi doctor who's coming over here to rescue me. At least I think that's what she said. Turns out she'd met a doctor in the army who happened to be in Iraq and was coming back to marry her. And here she is, Dorothy. It was a lovely moment to see Catherine and you. I'm not quite sure the person is trying to steal your dress. You guys should probably have paid some attention to that. But anyway, such a beautiful wedding. And there he is, Dr. Rick Burroughs. And you guys in San Francisco. And what a beautiful couple you've made, and how beautiful and wonderful it's been for all of us to see Catherine so, so happy. And there was only one thing you do that would actually be crazier than get married. And here it is. First time we met the beautiful Emily. That's my crazy family. Amanda, Arrow, Colette, with beautiful Emily and Catherine. And what a wonderful journey it's been, and how fantastic it's been for me, Katie, Catherine, whatever the hell your name is, to get to know you over these years and be such a great friend. I'm so glad to have been with you. I'm so glad that we could all be together today. And I'm really thrilled to wish you a really, really happy birthday. And you too, Dorothy. Love you too.